The seventh day of the third special session of the 20th Congress will now come to order. May we all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Roll call. Chief Clerk.
Senator Alec, Senator Aritos, Senator Vergeer, Senator Coland, Floor Leader Harper, Senator Conman, Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Ned, Senator Panuelo, Senator Perman, Senator Romulo, Senator Ursmal, Senator Wally, Speaker Simina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 11 members are present.
Okay, we have a quorum to transact business today. Next item, reading of the journal. Acting Floor Leader.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. I move that the reading of the journal be dispensed with.
Any second? It's moved and seconded that Congress dispense with the reading of the journal today. Those in favor of the motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. We now dispense with the reading of the journal. Next item.
Mr. Speaker, next item is item 5, Presidential Communications, on receipt of numbers 20-168 through 20-171.
Chief Clerk, assign those. Next item.
Item 6, FSM Supreme Court Communications. There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 7, Member Communications. We have one, and it's number 20-13.
Okay, assign that. Chief Clerk. Next item.
Item 8, Departmental Communications. None.
Next.
Item 9, Agency or Governmental Authority Communications. None. Item 10, State Communications. None. Item 11, State Supreme Court Communications. None. Item 12, Municipal or Town Communications. None also. And item 13, Foreign Government Communications. There are none.
Okay, order of the day. Item 14, Standing Committee Reports. First report, Chief Clerk.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, we do have an awaiting list number 20-20 attached to the order of business.
Okay, short recess. Congress back in session. We're still on item 14. There's an awaiting list 20-20. Acting Floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that the two reports on the awaiting list be placed on today's Standing Committee Report calendar for action.
It's moved and seconded that the following reports 20-46, 20-47 be placed on the Standing Committee Report calendar for action. Any rules to suspend?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. I move in order for us to consider these two reports, 46 and 47, that the relevant rules, especially the 24-hour awaiting period, be suspended.
Any second? It's moved and seconded that the relevant rules, specifically the rules requiring a 24-hour awaiting period, be suspended. Those in favor of the motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Those relevant rules are suspended. So let's vote. Those in favor of placement of those two reports, 20-46 and 20-47 on the calendar for action, Standing Committee Report calendar for action, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Those two reports are not placed for action. First report.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, we have Standing Committee Report number 20-46 on Congressional Resolution number 20-63 from your Committee on Education for adoption.
Chairman Ursula.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that Standing Committee Report number 20-46 be adopted by this Congress.
And second. It's moved and seconded that Standing Committee Report number 20-46 be adopted by Congress. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there is no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 20-46 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 20-46 is adopted by Congress. Next report, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have Standing Committee Report number 20-47 on Functional Resolution number 20-58 from your Committee on TNC for adoption.
Chairman Cullen.
Move for adopt said resolution.
It's moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 20-47. Discussion. Any discussion? There is no discussion. There is no objection. Debate is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 20-47 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 20-47 is adopted by Congress. Next report, Chief Clerk.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Point of privilege, Speaker.
Yes, Chairman Cullen.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I'm here to introduce those students from Chuk that they were attending the COM. They were observing our session this morning. Here are the names. Andy Orlando, Trexner Hollers, Junior Boach, Kiriso Kincho. Please, let's give them a round of applause.
Okay. Of course, they're always welcome, especially our students. It's good for them to observe their Congress when we're in session. And I know they're here to seek financial assistance from you, Chairman Cullen, so please be helpful to them. Okay. Any other point of privilege? If none, next item.
Mr. Speaker, item 15, Special Committee Reports, there are none.
Next item.
Item 16, Assignment of Measures and Communications, we have a referral sheet number 20-43.
Okay. Chairman and members, take a look at that for your planning purposes. Next item.
Item 17, Unfinished Business, there are none, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 18, Bill Calendar. Mr. Speaker, the first bill on the calendar, or bill calendar, is CB number 20-54 CD1 for first reading from your Committee on Ways and Means.
Okay. Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress pass on first reading Congress Bill number 20-54.
Any second? It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 20-54 CD1. Read the title.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. CB number 20-54 CD1, it's a bill for an act to convert unpaid balances of prior loans from the national government of the Federated States of Micronesia to the National Fisheries Corporation, or NFC, pursuant to Public Law 6-69 and Public Law number 9-78, into grants for the purposes for which such loans were provided and for other purposes.
Okay. Discussion.
Short recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess. Call of the chair. All right. Congress back in session. We're still on discussion of CP number 20-54 CD1.
Speaker,
Any further yes, Chairman Figueroa?
yeah, I have in the spirit of Christmas, I have a floor amendment that I like to offer. May I?
Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Amendment, floor amendment, and verbal or oral amendment to Congress Bill number 20-54 is hereby amended to read as follows. Item 1, page 1, line 1, delete subject to the provisions of section 3 below. Delete that sentence by its entirety. Item 2, page 1, line 11, delete subject to the provisions of the section 3 below. Delete that. Page 3, item 3, page 2, delete lines 3 through 5 in their entirety. And item 4, page 2, line 6, delete section 4 and insert section 3 in lieu thereof. I so move.
It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Chairman Fakir be adopted. Any rules to suspend?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that the relevant rules, especially the provision relating to making substantive changes on second reading, be suspended.
The wrong rule. That's out of order. We're still on first reading. But I'm just,
That shows how your acting floor leader is on the ball, huh?
no, okay.
Thank
So,
you, Mr.
Thank you. There is no rule to suspend, so any further discussion on the offered oral amendments?
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Chairman
Thank you,
Curran?
Mr. Speaker. Can I just ask the Chairman of Ways and Means what the oral amendment he just made, just briefly explain what it's going to do?
Yeah, the rationale of the oral amendment is clearly stated at the bottom of the well, let me say, since it was not, I only gave it by oral amendment, this is to remove the requirements of the NFC to pay in $500,000 into the trust fund. The reason for this is, as mentioned earlier during break, this is our own corporation, and I think it's kind of unfair for others that this Congress and the government has forgiven in the past. And I think NFC hear us loud and clear. I'm sure if not contributing in the future, when they do better by passing this legislation, they will voluntarily contribute to the trust fund. And if not the trust fund, there will be other entities that need help. It's our own corporation. I am sure that they have a big heart to assist. We don't need to require them because we're forgiving the loan and turn it into a grant, therefore you must do this. And I say, as I said earlier, in the spirit of Christmas, I think we should allow this and let them move on. And as we move on, and they're going to make a lot of money for the FSM. So I ask that we adopt this and pass the measure, because it's going to be an important measure for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Fakir. Any other discussion? If none, there's no objection. Debate is closed on the offered oral amendments. So let's vote. There's no objection. Those in favor of adoption of the offered oral amendments by Chairman Fakir say yes. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments by Chairman Fakir are adopted. We now have CD2. Any further discussion on CD2? If questions being called for, if there's no objection, debate is closed. So let's vote by roll call of members. 10 votes required for passage. Chief Clerk.
Senator Alec? Senator Aritos? Senator Fakir? Senator Coland? Floor Leader Harper? Senator Conman? Vice Speaker Moses?
Abstain.
Senator Ned? Senator Panuelo?
Aye.
Senator Perman,
Yay.
Senator Romulo, Senator Ursmal, Senator Wally, Speaker Semina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 10 members voted for.
For that reason, CP number 20-54, CD2 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, the next bill is CP number 20-121, CD1 for second reading. CP number 20-121, CD1. It's a bill for an act to amend sections 9 and 12 of Public Law number 20-42 as amended by Public Law number 20-54 to subdivide the section 9 line item titled Conservation Society in each state and to name the governor of Chuk State as the allottee for the Chuk State share of this line item and for other purposes.
Okay, Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill.
Any second? It's moved and seconded that Congress pass CP number 20-121 CD1 on second and final reading. Discussion?
Mr. Speaker, short recess.
Short recess been called for, subject to call of the chair. Congress back in session. Any further discussion on CP 20-121 CD1?
Speaker?
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciated the authorization or the agreement to defer this bill on second reading from yesterday to today, because I had thought about, or we had been requested, the app delegation, to make an amendment on the bill. Between our session yesterday and this morning, there seemed to be some confusion or some information that the amendment that we were going to make would not be necessary because there is, according to information, money that can be used for clearing the project site, especially the runaway in airport in Oleai. So there is no need to amend this. I had asked the President's office to inform me if there is still need, but up to now nothing. So that is why there is no amendment, even after the request to offer amendment on this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you, Chairman Ursmal. I'm sure, yes, we appropriate so much money. I don't know just how much that's going to be available for it. Any other discussion? If none, there is no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote by roll call of delegations.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Panuelo.
Aye.
State of Kushai, Chairman Alik. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, the four states all voted yes.
For that reason, CP number 20-121 ZD1 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 20-123 for second reading. CP number 20-123, it's a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 19-124 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-133, 19-140, 19-150, 20-5, 20-15, 20-33, and 20-48 by amending sections 4 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of certain funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other programs in the state of Pohnpei and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
So move.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 20-123. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there is no objection. Debate is closed. So let's vote by roll call of delegations.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Panuelo. State of Kushai, Chairman Alec. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the four states, 4-4.
CP number 20-123 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, we have CB number 20-124 for second reading. CB number 20-124 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 18-11 as amended by Public Laws numbers 18-44, 18-81, 19-33, 19-106, 19-128, 19-134, 19-138, 20-11, 20-49, and 20-55 by amending Section 1 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs in the state of Pohnpei and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 20-124. Discussion. Any discussion? Short recess. Back in session. Any further discussion on CP 20-124? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote by roll call of delegations. Mr. Clerk.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Panuelo. State of Kushai, Chairman Alec. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the four states voted in favor.
For that reason, CP number 20-124 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 20-125 for second reading. CP number 20-125 is a bill for an act to amend Public Law number 20-60 by amending sections 3, 4, 5, and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs in the state of Kushai, Pohnpei, and Chuk, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 20-125. Short recess subject to call of the chair. Congress back in session. Discussion of CP 20-125. Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the bill be deferred to tomorrow's bill calendar.
It's moved and seconded that CP 20-125 be deferred to tomorrow's calendar for action. Those in favor say yes. Opposed nay. Motion carried. CP number 20-125 is deferred to tomorrow's calendar for action. Session for action. Next bill.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Resolution calendar.
Speaker,
Mr. Speaker,
go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, we have Functional Resolution number 20-63 CD1 for adoption from your Committee on Education attached to Standing Committee Report 20-46.
Okay, Chairman, can you read the title to that resolution?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, Functional Resolution number 20-63 CD1 is a resolution approving and accepting a grant in the amount of $3,032,657 from the U.S. Department of Education for the federal fiscal year 2018 fund under Part B of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, including all the terms and conditions of the assistance.
Chairman Ursula.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I so move for the adoption of the said resolution.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 20-63 CD1. Discussion. Any discussion?
Sure.
Questions been called for? There's no objection. Yes? Go ahead.
Your mic.
Oh, no, not technical, but just a short discussion on this resolution.
Short recess. Congress back in session. We're still on discussion of resolution number 20-63 CD1. Any further discussion?
Sure.
No? Yes?
Yeah, I just hope that the staff would make those necessary technical corrections to the resolution. As you stated, Mr. Speaker, on page 1 and page 2, even the governor of California is talking about new normal. So I hope this is not the beginning of new normal here. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Ursula. There's no further discussion. There's no objection. Debate is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution number 20-63 CD1 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congressional resolution number 20-63 CD1 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution.
Short recess.
Short recess been called for, subject to call of the chair. Congress back in session. Next resolution.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, we have Congressional Resolution number 20-58 CD1 for adoption from your Committee on TNC. CR number 20-58 CD1. It's a resolution approving and accepting a grant in the amount of $800,000 from the government of the People's Republic of China to subsidize the newly launched airline between the FSM and Papua New Guinea, including all the terms and conditions of the assistance.
Okay, Chairman Kulan.
Move for adopt said resolution.
Second, it's moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 20-58 CD1. Discussion. Any discussion? If there's no discussion,
Mr. Speaker?
yes, Vice Speaker Moses.
Yeah,
you have the floor.
I just want to know, where is this, this 1.2 coming from? Because I understand that we have several grants that are supposedly for YAP and Pohnpei. Is this funding going to come out of that earmarked,
Speaker.
not the 1.2?
That's a different
This is
grant.
a
This is
new,
specifically for the airline. Yes,
Short recess,
Chairman
Mr.
Kulan.
Speaker. Sorry.
Short recess, be called for, subject to call of the chair.
Yeah,
Congress back in session. We're still in discussion of resolution 20-58 CD1. Any further discussion? If none, there's no objection. Debate is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of Congressional Resolution number 20-58 CD1 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 20-58 CD1 has been adopted by Congress. Next resolution.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Chairman Berman.
Speaker.
Thank you. Motion to withdraw and place Congressional Resolution 20-73 on our calendar for today.
There's a motion and a second. It's been moved and seconded that resolution number 20-73 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Short recess. Congress back in session. There's a motion to withdraw and place. Those in favor of the motion say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Resolution number 20-73 is withdrawn and from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action.
Speaker.
Speaker.
Acting floor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that the relevant rule, especially any written report on resolutions, be suspended.
And second, it's moved and seconded that relevant rules, especially that one requiring written reports on all measures, be suspended. Those in favor of the motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The relevant rules are suspended. So let's vote. Those in favor of the short recess. Congress back in session. Chairman Berman, make your motion for adoption.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. So move for its adoption 20-73.
It's moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 20-73. Read the title, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, Functional Resolution Number 20-73 is a resolution approving and accepting a grant from the United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, in the amount of $39,667 to fund and support the FSM's project entitled Expanded Program on Immunization in the FSM, including all the terms and conditions of the assistance.
Okay, there you have it. Discussion. Any discussion? Questions being called for? There's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution number 20-73 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 20-73 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution.
Speaker.
Yes, Chairman Cullen.
Thank you, Speaker. I move to withdraw Resolution 20-74 for the order of business for action. So move, Mr. Speaker.
In second, it's moved and seconded that resolution number 20-74 be withdrawn and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Those in favor of the relevant rules are still suspended up to this point. Those in favor of the motion say yes. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Resolution number 20-74 is placed on the resolution calendar for action.
Short recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess. We're back in session. We're still in discussion of resolution number 20-74. Any further discussion? If none, there is no objection. Debate is closed. Now let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution number 20-74 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 20-74 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution. Chief Clerk.
Speaker.
There is no resolution. Chairman Romulo, you have the floor.
Motion to withdraw and place CR number 20-72 on today's calendar.
It's moved and seconded that resolution number 20-72 be placed on the resolution calendar for action. Those in the relevant rules are still suspended. Those in favor of the motion for placement say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The resolution number 20-72 is placed on the resolution calendar for action. Make your motion for adoption, Chairman Romulo.
Speaker.
Motion to
Chairman Romulo,
adopt.
you have the floor then. Next.
Motion to adopt said resolution.
Second. It's moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 20-72. Discussion. Chairman Cullen, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. May I know the resolution, the title of the resolution?
Chief Clerk, read it.
Mr. Speaker, we have Functional Resolution Number 20-72 is a resolution expressing the sincere congratulations and appreciation to Bishop Armando Samo for his dedicated work as Bishop of the Diocese of the Caroline Islands on the 30th anniversary of his being ordained as Bishop.
Okay, there you have it.
Speaker.
Chairman
Speaker.
Cullen. Discussion.
Thank you,
Yes,
Speaker.
Chairman Kulan, you have the floor.
I move to defer action on the said resolution 20-72 for tomorrow.
Short recess. Back in session, Chairman Kulan.
Move to withdraw my motion.
Okay, the motion, if there's no objection, the motion is withdrawn. We're still on discussion of resolution 20-72.
Question.
Chairman Romulo.
Thank you, Speaker. I wish to also clarify the content of the resolution that I think it might need to look at. On line 2, it says Param Island. I'm hoping it's not referring to the priest that is from Param Island who is also in line for this post. Maybe it need to be looked at and verify if it actually Bishop Samu was born on Param Island or on his island of Moch.
Yes,
Thank you.
the correction will be made. Yes, okay, yes, of course, the technical corrections will always be made to our measures. Okay, any further discussion? If none, there's no objection, debate is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution 20-72 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 20-72 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, short recess. Congress back in session. Chief Clerk, next item.
Item 20, introduction of bills and resolution.
If you have any measure to introduce, please pass them on to Chief Clerk. Next item.
Item 21, miscellaneous communications. There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, next item, miscellaneous business. Do you have any miscellaneous business? If not,
Miscellaneous business, Speaker.
yes, Chairman Romulo.
I have two miscellaneous business. First, what happened to our clock over there? I keep looking at whether I could take my medication or not, but I don't see the clock. Second, I would humbly ask you and Congress to designate me to hand carry this resolution and present it to the Bishop. Thank you.
Speaker,
Thank you, Chairman Romulo. Yes, I've been wondering, we'll figure out where our clock has been taken for fixing. It's been almost 2 months. Okay, and for that one, we'll talk about it. Of course, you'll have the upper hand in being designated. Okay, Chairman Panuelo.
Speaker, the information is a little late, but Father Ken just sent that Bishop Samo was born in Moch, Mordlog Islands, and it was Julius who was born in Param Island.
Yes, the corrections will be made.
So you have access to the priest?
Okay.
Yes.
Anything further in miscellaneous business? Vice Speaker, you can make your announcement during announcement, right?
Speaker, a point of
For this
privilege.
evening. Yes, state your point.
I've just
Chairman
been given a note here to introduce a retired security officer who is observing our session. Can we kindly give a round of recognition to Poinster Frederick, who's now with the COM-FSM or retired from the security officer at COM-FSM. Can we give him a round of recognition and thank him for observing our session? Thank you.
Well, thank you. He's indeed welcome to observe his Congress in action anytime.
And his presence reminded me that his request to look at this road is still pending, so I have much work to do, Speaker. Thank you.
Go figure. Continue your work with your constituents. Okay. Any other miscellaneous business? If none, let's go to announcement. Chairman Figure. Any announcement? Chairman Alik? Chairman Berman?
Thank you, Speaker. We have a hearing today, SS or Social Security at 2 o'clock.
Okay, take note, members of the committee and also members, if you are interested in Social Security, today at 2 is your time. Chairman Romulo? Okay, Chairman Panuelo,
No announcement, Speaker.
Chairman Cullen, Chairman Urusamal, Vice Speaker Moses, you have any announcement?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have a get-together this evening at 6:30, but those who are wanting to have some sakao, it will be ready between 4:30 and 5.
Okay. That's our Christmas party with our staff members. All of you are urged to attend. Okay. Senator Net? Senator Aridos, you have any announcement? Okay. Acting floor, tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that this Congress stands in recess until tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock sharp in the morning.
Okay. Any second? It's moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning sharp. Those in favor say yes. Opposed no. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning sharp.